Make videos for the internet. Yep, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, I'm also doing the Tyranno events. Well, sort of. You see, what happened was I was just trying to continue on the game, see when the next event was gonna happen. But then this came out of nowhere, and just showing off Chumley's registration email. I've been getting plenty of registration, thankfully. And then this happens, I'm like, wait a second, this is an endless night. I can do stuff with it. And as soon as I realized that, I like, let's go search for a spirit. Sure enough, I find one. Starboy, he's just kind of there. Surprisingly enough, I don't think he uses a legendary ocean deck. He's just there. I mean, all he really does is just kind of use a water themed deck, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. It's not as bad as Admiral or early Bastion. Well, I think Bastion just keeps his Aqua deck throughout the game. I don't remember. He did seem to have an honest form of cards. Like right now he's using into Grandmaster Sasuke. Almost said Sasuke, but I actually know how to pronounce Japanese names. Good old Naruto. So, yeah, this duel is actually just kind of boring, really. Which is sad because usually these spirit duels have some interesting decks that are just really annoying decks. You'll see what I mean next part. I hate that dual spirit, but he has such a good card. Okay, so other than Premonition, let me see. I could talk about one thing. Just need to pull up all my bullet points of it. Ah, yes, the Redwall series. I've talked about it a couple times, but seeing as I just finished book 6 out of 22, it's probably a good time for me to talk about it again. Especially since a lot has changed. Last time I just kind of talked about how mediocre the Redwall TV series is, and over time, unlike other people's opinions who always seem to degenerate, I've actually seen it just keep getting better. I mean, true, there was a lot of parts, and then there's that filler episode that nobody cared for, but, you know, overall, it just did a decent job. Trust me, there's been a lot worse in terms of um, TV or movie adaptations. And then I watched the sequel series that was also made for TV, Madame Mayo. Madame Mayo blew me away. I did like the book, but to be honest, I find all of the Redwall books to be kind of equal. I mean, they're all really good books, but that's just it. I can't really see one as being better than the other. Then I watched Madame Mayo, and holy cow, the TV series adaptation for it was freaking perfect. I am talking, I saw absolutely no difference, except for a few censorship times. But that was understandable, I mean, it's TV. In between the book and the TV series. That is impossible to find nowadays. Just, I'm really hoping that the last season, for now, maybe, I hope they make more TV series out of the books. I hope that Martin the Warrior is the same. I just finished reading that book. I'm probably going to start it today. I haven't quite got an opinion on it. I might talk about it next time. But anyway, Madame Mayo. The voices were better. The book was already good, so when they put it on TV, it just really showed how good it was. There was very few times where I was annoyed. I didn't really like how they screamed their victory cry so much, but seeing as that was part of the book, I can't really complain too much there. And just so far, and I'm hoping this is a trend, not just an exception, they they did really good with that movie adaptation. I mean, there were some parts I didn't like I didn't like how they kept on focusing on some unimportant characters as opposed to the what I consider superior characters, like being specific here. They focused on Cynthia Bankful way too much, I think even more so than the book. And they didn't really have Alma say much. I really liked her voice. It was just a very solid voice for a voice actor of that age. And even all the other characters were kept, and that's probably why it made it so good, because it kept all their familiar characters while making them better. I mean, Cornflower and Martin, not Martin, Madam Matthias's voice were both vastly improved. They kept Basil Stackhair, and they just did I can't say enough. They did a really good job with that series. And now on to the second duel. Yeah, that's right. This entire part was 60 minutes for two duels. Two duels. I can't even begin to say how close this duel was. I don't even think he changed his deck. He just was able to show off all of his better cards, and I had to really scrape by on my teeth here to win this duel. Now, remember how last time I said this guy is really good because he has a dinosaur-themed deck. He has some really good dinosaur cards, unlike in the first generation Yu-Gi-Oh cards where they just didn't really do much. And he has the ability to summon his high-level dinosaur monsters pretty quickly. Well, guess what he did this time? He was able to summon his high-level dinosaur monsters really quickly. Not just one of them, both of the main ones. And you may not see it now, but already I'm at a disadvantage because, I mean, look at this. I can't even summon a monster without him taking it out. And sadly, I didn't get rid of any useful cards other than the obvious Jurassic World, which I've already said can really be the difference between a win and a lose when you're facing Tyranno. Now, that's actually a good question I can ask there. Why does he have that soul absorption card? I don't really remember a lot of cards in his deck removing cards from play. Oh well. Guess what, there's kind of a lull in the duel. Oh yeah, that card is actually pretty scary. Precious cards from the Beyond. If he tributes 2 or more monsters, he can draw 2 cards. Ugh. Had to check it to be sure. I also do like Black Stego. It's kind of like Submarine Roid and Little Wingard in that you can keep it in attack, but it can go to defense anytime. So in effect, you have a monster with a good attack, usable attack at least, with 2,000 defense at any given time. And now this, Ultimate Tyranno. It's allowed to attack as many times as there is a monster on your side of the field. Similar to Elemental Hero Wild Edge. But what's really scary is that thing has a higher attack and just overall a very scary thing to come up against, especially when I was having to do very flimsy strategies like I had to. At first I was thinking, oh no, if he attacks with any other monster, then my Blast Sphere won't work. Oh wait. That's right, he has to attack first, so he will attack it. Okay, good. And I had to leave myself open to attack because of that. So I was already down to 1900. And it was, what, the 8th turn? And this duel still goes on for a while. Another thing about it, if he has both Hydrogeddon and Oxygeddon, it probably wouldn't be too big of a problem for him to just add bonding H2O and water dragon. That's not a dinosaur, but hey, I've already told how the themes in this game can be a little bit, well, bad at times. Now, thankfully, I was able to get a good strategy working with a Metalmore Force Raider. I don't know why my voice is just kind of dying. Just dying today. But sadly, that strategy gets taken out because as soon as this happens, he's able to get that out. And you know what the problem with that is? With that card, he can special summon this, his other card, Superconductor Tyranno, whose effect is pretty much you can ignore it. I mean, just get rid of a monster on your side, you lose 1000. But AI in this game really likes to keep its dual monsters. And so here I am, kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place because I have all of these cards, but the thing is, if he summons any dinosaur with an attack, then I'm done. And that thing is 3,300. That's kind of hard to argue with, but what was nice was every strategy that I made ended up working in the end. And he never ended up attacking with any monster we're dealing with more than once. I say more than once because he does indeed get a good card. He does get a card out, but you'll see what it is in a minute. And it wasn't anything that made me lose the duel. Now, here I had to think, okay, he cannot summon another monster, and he has to attack me Superconductor Tyranno, and that card has to be weak. Hey, look, it's weak, yay. And sadly, he didn't attack me with that first, but that would have been too much to ask for. And so I lose even more attack points. Well, not even more life points. Attack points, what am I thinking? And here's where it's like, okay, decision time. What the heck can I use to win out the duel? Everything seemed flimsy to me, and then I just decided to go with the best option on the flimsiest strategy. Blastsphere, again. Because what I have to hope for is that he does not attack with Babysaurus, which would completely ruin the attack, and I would just lose. And then he sets that card down, like, well crap, if it's a monster that can attack, then this strategy is getting even flimsier by the second. So I actually thought to myself, no joke here, it's like, okay, if that's the monster I think it is, then this strategy will work. If not, then I'm doomed. So here I'm just like, okay, decision time. Do I summon Willow Wingard and get rid of that, or what? So, actually, yes, I do decide to do that first, because I want to get rid of any attacking monster he has. Now, I was thinking the exact name of that card face down, and if it was what it was, then good, then I would probably maybe scrape by and win the duel. Maybe, if he doesn't summon any other monster. Then he just gets this out, but, you know, I was able to stop it with Mystical Space Typhoon. But I was guessing that the face down card was Miracle Jurassic Egg. Watch what it turns out to be in about less than 2 minutes. Now, I think I was just using Jar of Greed to see if I could get any option to work. Because a trap card, some Dark Horse victory would be really nice. Thankfully, I was able to draw Graceful Charity early, so I knew I had some kind of option. So, had to see what I ended up with in the end. I was able to get Call of the Haunted, which was good, because then I would at least be able to stop a weaker monster from attacking, because I know he's going to attack with Superconductor Tyranno first. But what was really nice was, in the end, he ends up attacking it, and once he attacks it, that seals the duel. Nothing ends up going wrong, just everything went smoothly. So, no wait, I think I use... Yeah, I use acid trapple to see what it is. I was like, wait, how do I remember what that was again? Yep, I was like, holy crap, I actually guessed right. So, by the skin of my teeth, and not really by luck, but by a lot of thinking, and a lot of guessing, I was able to win the duel. And that is why Blast Sphere is superior to adhesive explosive, but why adhesive explosive is something that I just kind of have to use to be able to register anybody quickly. Got a nice bonus for defeating him. And oh, sorry for the cut there. That was just my mother came in right as I was going to that screen, so all you missed was the transition. If you hear anything, sorry about that. So Bastion comes in and gives the big reveal: Tyranno isn't really a raw yellow student. Ooh. And with that, that side event is over, and next time we get to actually do an event.